Yeah, what's good? It's your girl Shanette Carleo. If you fuck with me heavy, hit the subscribe button. You don't know already. If you're new to the channel and you want to join the gang, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I post my videos. Also, make sure if you like anything you see or hear in this video, if you think anything I say is on point or funny, that you go ahead and like this video. But let's stop the talking and get into this week's episode because this one was juicy. So this week for the girls, we had a new girl called Naomi, we had Catherine, we had Esther, we had Lani, and we had Nina Rose. And for the guys, we had Mark, we had Lucas, we had DC, we had JS, and we had Costello. So let's get into the topic that the guys were speaking about this week.
This topic is yummy still. It's yummy. Hey, so does body count still matter when you're choosing your ideal partner in 2019?
This is a juicy conversation topic and debate to have between males and females because at some point in some relationship, this has probably been something that has come up. And as we know, we all have very, very different opinions on how we feel about body count. So DC's been missing for a few weeks and it's clear that he's eager to get back. It's clear because he starts off with a point that makes like you're just talking, you're eager to jump back in to the debates, but is what you're saying making sense? Because it didn't sound like it was to me, to many of us on the panel.
If a girl has sex with a lot of partners, I'm not saying she's necessarily a slag, but it's the manner in which you do it. Because there can be girls that are slags and some of them will sleep with, say, 20 men, but it's the way you do it. If a girl has boyfriends here and there, so a girl had a boyfriend for a year, then she starts fucking people, all that sort of stuff. Then, wait, am I trying shit?
You are, 100%.
Off the back of that, Catherine chimes in, just basically letting the guys know that this should not be a concern for guys.
If she's not a virgin and you slept with her, you can never know how many people she slept with. You can never know.
Why are you talking that with that vim?
No, I'm saying,
you know
I'm
that,
saying,
like, you
I'm
don't
saying unless,
you know what, guys? I'm so sorry. You just ruined so many men's hearts.
Now, me, I haven't been with a lot of men at all. I haven't. Wish I had, but I haven't. But either way, I don't see that it really matters. If a girl's been with like 90 men, she's never gonna say 90 to you, she's gonna say 9. What you don't know doesn't hurt you. And I feel the same with men. I don't care if you've been with 1,000 bitches. I actually don't. What I care about is right now you're with me. And you best keep it that way. A lot of the guys' hearts were broken when Catherine had to tell them the real.
If you're saying something like that, imagine how a man is looking at you.
I'm saying, what's the
But
point?
you're saying,
Never.
So what you're saying
I'm
is
saying,
that
no.
the bomb has been everywhere. But to me, I will never know. I will never know. I don't want you anymore.
I'm glad it came from her because I feel like if it didn't come from her, everybody would be expecting one of the other girls to say that. Just because I feel like some of the male cast members have presumptions and assumptions about some of the female members on the cast, such as Yasmin, such as Esther, such as Lani. And I only feel like honestly, they feel like this and have this sort of perception because of the way they present themselves and things they say, which is completely fine. Like, all these girls are like banging, sexy, cute, and they have high expectations of themselves. And I feel like because of that, they like to, you know, make presumptions about who they are as a full individual. Like, these girls are presenting one side of themselves on this show. We don't know everything about them, but because of that, if they had said it, it would have been like, oh yeah, we expect you to say that. So it was amazing that Catherine said it. That Miss Holy Holy, Miss Coming Off Sunday. It was great that she said it because now the men were upset. And guess what? It's girls like Catherine that can really get away with this thing. Like, men will not even ask them how many men they've been with because you will take a look at what she's deciding to show you and you will assume that, you know, she hasn't been with a lot of men.
From how my experience has been with girls, she's not really moving like she's been with a couple guys. Like, her experiences ain't really like that. I might feel like I don't need to ask.
These times Catherine could have been with 87 men in the last month. What? No, that would be impossible. But do you get what I mean? No. Esther is not here for none of this conversation.
This is the reality. It's 2019.
No.
I'm going to be. If I'm dating someone and you ask me how many people have you slept with, I'm not interested.
Esther, how many people have you slept with? How many people have you slept with?
I'm cleaning up and I'm leaving because that's none of your business. You want to get to to know me, you get to know me. That's just facts. With men, the only time it will affect you is if other people are looking. Yes.
That's the whole point.
If other people are talking about your girl, saying that she's a hoe, then it affects you.
I can understand it to a partial extent. Like, if you have suspicions, if you have red flags about me, and those red flags should really come from doing your research.
Another fortunate thing is in today's society, everybody knows everybody, right? So if you're gonna date someone, 9 times out of 10 you would have heard that she's a hoe.
I spoke about this many times on my channel. I've said it. Men and women, both. You both have to do your research before you get into a relationship with people. Before you decide to be in a relationship with someone, or say you're getting to know someone, or say this is your wife or your man, and present them to the public and post them on your social medias and make people see you walking hand in hand with them into your family's events, into parties, into christening. Do your research. Do your motherfucking research. If you don't do your research, then that's on you. As Lucas quite rightly said, we live on a small island.
The UK is very small. Yeah, there's one variable we're all missing out, yeah, which is you can sleep with 6, 7, 8, 9 guys that you think are from north, south, or whatever. It's a very small island we live in, so everybody links up.
We live on a small island where a lot of people are seeing people that are connected. If you get with a girl and you hear that it's possible she could have been with this person, this man, that man, or he's been with this girl, that girl, then you have to look at how you're set up. If that's something that you don't want a woman or a man that belongs to the streets, then you have to make sure first of all that these things are true, because a lot of men be out here lying. A lot of men be out here lying because you block them on your phone and you don't want to chat to them. So there's a lot of men making up some spiteful lies because you actually just don't want them. But if a girl really is moving around like that, I'm not saying that, you know, all women that move around and do their thing and are sexually liberated are not deserving of a relationship. But if you as a person don't want a woman that is involved in those things, and you find out that she's been with this person, you know, that person, you know, this man in South, that, you know, this man, then don't be with them. Obviously, Mark has to chime in, you know, and he's here saying what is actually the truth, to be fair.
Listen, keep your legs closed. Keep them closed. Because at the end of the day, a guy is always going to respect a woman with a lower body count.
You know, this is the thing, like, it's like a love and hate thing with me and Mark, because it's like, I feel like Mark does say things that make sense at points, but then it's just the way he delivers them, and I feel like at times he's very arrogant.
How many people have you slept with?
Doesn't matter.
All of you, calculated. Together, together, that's dangerous.
Mark has said that men respect women that have a lower body count, and in real life this is true. Like, men do. Society sets it up to say that women are better if they have a lower body count, if they haven't been with as much men, all of this kind of stuff. And this is the whole reason why women will lie about their body count. Another good point Esther made, and I agreed with her totally, because me personally, I do this.
Some girls do make it their mission to make sure that
100%.
who they date
100%.
does not have a link to any of their exes. But one thing I explain to you is that how when I used to date, for example, and I used to be in a relationship,
Listen
for
to what
example,
she's saying
if I was
carefully.
with someone that was from North London, for example, and me and him broke up, then I'm likely not gonna. My next boyfriend is not gonna be from North. I will try and make.
Go to South. Make sure it's in South.
No, like, I'm not gonna lie. One of the questions I ask when I'm getting to know someone: where you from? Who do you know?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
100%.
Well, where you about?
That's why you asked me that time.
Like, I'm not trying to date my boy's boy.
There's a lot of women and men that will leave relationships with you and are happy to go and talk to your friend, are happy to go and talk to somebody they know you know, or they know you have a relationship with, or they know you even hate. The ops. They're even prepared to go and, you know, sit down and make a whole relationship with the ops. Do you understand? There's some people that do that. And I personally, I don't think that's respectful. And also, I don't want to be with somebody that knows my ex, that is going to hear stories about me from my ex, who there's a whole reason why we're not together. So they're probably going to have something negative to say, even if I wasn't negative. Like, I just want a fresh start. Like Lani said,
After we break up, fuck off.
if you're my ex, you're my ex. That was then, okay? Moving forward, I want a whole different kind of situation, and I don't want my ex to be able to interfere in my relationship. In my situation, it's very hard for me, but I try to date people as far away from their world as possible, and definitely people that do not know them. But baby girl, if I find somebody that knows you, period, if I'm in love and we're in love, we walking down the aisle, but we do try, like, I do try. So I did like that point, because it's a real point. Like, when I meet guys, I want to know who you know, where you're from. Like, I really don't want you to be from my area. I really hope you don't know people that I know. Like, I really don't, because I just want it to be fresh from here about both of us. So even if you have a past, I don't feel a certain way as well, because people don't know you. People can't come and tell me stories about you. Like, I don't want that to affect what we've got. And in the relationships I've had, that has been the issue. There have been those issues. Like, you belong to the streets. So every 5 minutes there's someone to, like, if you belong to the streets, I don't want you. The minute Lani said that, you know, she cares about a man that has body count, it was an issue. It was an issue.
When you say women, maybe you mean the majority, but when you say women don't care about body counts on guys, I actually care.
Shut up.
You know, if Catherine had said this, it wouldn't have been any issue. But the minute Lani says she cares about a man with body count, she's lying. And this is the thing, Mark as well. Mark loves to tell people they're lying.
No, you're lying.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
He's been doing it over the last couple of episodes. He told Lucas that he's lying. He told Yasmin that she's lying. Now he's telling Lani that she's lying. Mark, you need to stop telling people that they're lying, because when you say something with the whole of your chest and your muscles and you're sweating in the kitchen, no one can tell you that you're lying. Your point is your point. Lani said she doesn't like community dick. She doesn't like community dick. But because it's Lani, she's lying. Why would Lani want community dick? Like, let's just be clear. Why does it have to be Lani that wants community dick? Every week, as I said, that because Lani speaks facts, because Lani speaks what it is, people want to come for her because she's a sexy bad bitch. Like, let's keep it 100. And I don't care what's transpired over the internet today, because if that's the most you can pull up on Lani, then I'm glad I didn't make it onto BK Chat. That what you seen of Lani on the internet this week, that ain't, he be getting them movies, baby girl. We all be sending them, because when you sexy you can. All DC and Mark do is mock the girls, because like their points are very lacking.
These two should just fuck.
She's right. She's right. She's right. That's the biggest.
That's you girls that do that.
Explain why. Explain why. Be like Lucas. Am I the only one that has seen how Lucas has grown? Even if I don't agree with what he's saying, makes me have to stop within his explanation and kind of say, okay, that part I get. Even if I don't get the whole of what he's saying, that part I get. Lucas has come so far with his explanation. I think it's because he's been able to control his temperament in terms of like feeling passionate about something. Like now when he explains, even if it's from the other perspective, now Lucas has such a way of like delivering points that you have no choice but to listen and seek to understand what he's saying. He, again, in this episode made so many valid points, and maybe I can only see that they're valid because he does them without having to insult the females, without having to be rude to them, without having to sound arrogant, without having to tell the other people that their opinion is a lie. Like, he does it so well.
We both want to have our cakes and eat it, basically. You don't want people to know how many guys you slept with.
And I don't want to know what you've got in your closet.
Technically, from how society is in 20... No, you lot don't really give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Fact.
Girls have never really cared how guys are perceived in terms of like how you sleep with women. If anything, the more women you sleep with, the more of a guy you are. Me as a man, meeting a woman, the way I am, my woman, yeah, is an extension of me. So you always seek a woman that is somewhat better than you. Every interaction that you have with a man, yeah, there are consequences. A lot of women find it hard to own their shit. It's not my job to cater for how you feel about your numbers.
And a lot of the newer panel members need to take a look at Lucas now and start to try to deliver their points like that, so we can actually have an actual debate and just not like a comedy show happening. JS, I feel like the 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever he was on the panel without DC was amazing, because JS, my baby boy, he made a few points this week, and even his deliverances were a lot better. There were less jokes coming from him. He sounded more mature, and even though this was like quite a mature conversation, at the same time, JS added some valid points from his perspective. He is 21, and at the end of the day, he's coming up in a different generation where things are different.
You're 20, so you are coming from a 20-year-old my sister's generation. So the way you lot operate is going to be different to the way 28, 29, 30, like where we're at.
It's different. It's different to, I'm not gonna lie, it's different to a certain degree, because fam, girls even my age, fam, yeah, definitely. I would like to know, fam, because more time,
My guy,
a lot of girls...
in your generation, if you don't ask, you are mad.
You're mad! No,
If you do not ask, you are mad.
Because fam,
you
wait, it doesn't matter if you come from south, north, west, east, or Nigeria, fam. You could have fucked any girl from anywhere, fam. Men are linking girls in different countries. So you need to know.
So if you are set up like that and you want to know, you kind of do have to have these conversations with females quite early on and at a young age, so that you know, because girls are out here and able to be free, sexually liberated, and meet up with so much more men than their population now, that yes, it's a question that would be more apparent now and more relevant now. And I was just happy that he was able to give that insight, because he is from a different generation, so he was very, very important to the discussion also. So let's talk about the new girl Naomi, because when she came onto the panel and started talking, I feel like it's the hood senses in me. Could tell she was a bit of a fiery one. Do you get me? I could tell from quite early.
Before you know it, you're in love, and then what?
If you've heard about me, let me finish. If you've heard about me, you're gonna decide. Okay, should I date this girl or not? That's just fact.
Can I fucking finish, bruv? Because at the end of the day, when I say three, what the fuck are you gonna do? When I say three, what are you gonna do?
You're kind of rubbish though.
What are you gonna do? But that's the same way men expect women to be okay with me catching an M charge. Like you kill someone and you expect me to be like, okay,
M charge and having sex. Come on, babe.
It all pops off about 30 minutes into the discussion when Catherine's trying to make her point. And DC, as always, is offering up, the ad-libs in the background, just offering up ad-libs.
We forget that we have biological drives as well.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
For men, yeah, you're so annoying. Shut up.
Big words.
For men, for men, you can't. Can I make a point, please?
Wow. This was the day for DC to offer up ad-libs, because new girl Naomi. Let's just say she were having a bar of it.
I'm from ends, you're not gonna be talking to me some type of way.
All of that stuff is what's
Oh my God!
Shut up! What did I say? I told you to shut your mouth. She's talking. She's talking, so shut the fuck up, bruv.
So take your glasses off or something.
And what, bruv? They're off. And what now? Shut up about what?
This is fake.
Shut up about what?
Camera literally.
Don't tell me to shut up. I'm fake about what? Where my fake, my G? Where my fake? Continue to tell me shut up. Go on, continue.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up. You shut up.
We need to act like human beings.
What next?
Can I drink?
What are you chat about? No, be cool. I want to hear. I'm still here. Let it be fake.
You want meme?
Let it be fake. Let it be fucking fake.
You want a meme?
Let it be fake.
You want a meme?
Let it be fake.
Meme, give her meme.
No, but you chat a lot of shit, DC. Let's be real.
Let it be fake. Idiot, bro. I want to tell you.
Childish,
They
what
can't
are you
fucking test me. Stop at me.
Your breath is hot, bro.
Okay, it's hot. Your face is hot. You like shit, bro. What about that?
DC, baby boy, this was your day of ruining. The day you couldn't just shut your mouth. The day you just couldn't be quiet. Naomi had to finish you. There was so much insults. I couldn't. And it was a heated stand-up. So much so that even after, everything kind of calmed down, there was a stench in the room, according to Esther.
Someone smell it though.
You don't.
Sorry. I just have
Somebody's breath.
Like
No,
what?
as in, odor.
Somebody's
Odor.
breath.
Yeah,
Esther could smell something.
We're sleeping around with how many people? We're more at risk because we can get pregnant. That's 9 months of our lives.
And then Mark, he's rubbing it in. Mark could smell it too.
No, seriously, there is a.
I get you.
As a biological drive.
I just want to know at this point who was smelling. Whose armpit it was that was fuzzy. Whose armpit it was that was frowsy. Who didn't put on deodorant. I would just be interested to know. DC, you must learn your lesson however you learn it. Because you do chat shit. You do chat a lot of shit. So now you know it's been stuck on you by a girl to shut up. By all means, communicate your points. But let's just be like Lucas. Do you know what I would really like and I would really love? I would really like there to be a week that goes by where I don't have to discuss this young gentleman. I don't have to make any negative comment about this young man. But every week I have to talk about Castillo again. I feel like, and now I've decided that it's been 3 or 4 weeks running where I've had to identify the same characteristics. Last week I said I felt like you were forcing the funny, and this week I am confirming it. Everything he says in this episode, he only talks to introduce an insult, to introduce a joke. Like, it's very forced. You only talk to chat shit. Even if you had a valid point, you f*** it up with the punchline. Like,
you just like to fuck bare man, yeah, which is cool. But for me, it's not for me. To me, that pussy's a write-off, bruv. That's a Cat D pussy, bruv. That's Cat D pussy. I don't want it, bruv.
You really don't have to have a punchline to have a point. Do you get it? Like, and that's just how I feel. And then, when someone actually flips back a question to you that's actually about the debate, you're sounding stupid once again.
But what you just said about a girl sleeping with 30 men and you're giving it to her, you're also, what about you? And how many, your body count is definitely over 30. Your body count is definitely over 30, yeah?
Say that again?
Your body count is
No one said that.
You now don't have no argument. In fact, you're admitting to what you've done, and again, trying to dash in punchlines for seasoning.
I'm not even gonna lie, bruv. Back in the day, man was community dick, bruv. Man really was on tour, bruv. I was running through Hackney, Harlesden, Brixton, Peckham, Tottenham, everywhere, bruv. But then I changed my life around.
It's like, you know when people are making oxtail and they're dashing in the wrong seasoning, they're dashing in the jerk, they're dashing in the, like, just the wrong, like, you know there's certain seasoning for oxtail, and certain man are just dashing in fish seasoning, you're just dashing in whatever. You don't know how to season the joke so that they slide in naturally. If you're gonna make jokes, do it so they slide in naturally. It's too forced, it's too much. You're always talking about your dick that no one cares about.
If I'm with a thing, yeah, and I found out she smashed 30 man, that's bothering me. That means when I'm beating, yeah, I'm gonna be thinking, wow, 30 man's been through this. My dick's gonna get soft, bro. Soft.
Men that talk about dick a lot, their dick is small. Stop talking about your dick. Because every week, every episode, we're in episode 5 now, your dick has gone 5 centimeters shorter for me. Please, just stop it. You're talking about back in the day, Nina wanted you.
Back in the day, Nina used to have a crush on man, bruv. But man weren't really feeling her back then, because she used to have struggle cane rolls, and she used to look like someone's fucking auntie, bruv.
Babe, you're even a chatty patty now on top of it. So not only are you forcing the jokes, not only is your dick 5 centimeters shorter, but you're also a chatty patty. Go to sleep. This guy, teeth are being offered to every social media influencer, everybody with over 10k on the f***ing gram. But you're sitting there with your gold teeth and your silver chain still. Go get paid to fix your teeth. This guy still owe you. You're doing actually too much, and I'm tired of having to talk about you because it looks like I care when I actually don't. You're just very irritating. So anyway, this was my roundup of BK Chat this week. What I liked about it was a good topic. It was entertaining. It was funny. There was drama in there, a little bit of drama, and it was a conversation that is very relevant to all of us. So I really enjoyed this week's episode. What did you guys think about this week's episode? If you like my reaction, remember, please go ahead and thumbs it up, subscribe to my channel. Also look around my channel, because I have other content, girl, that I discuss. I have other content, so if you're interested in learning or listening to more kind of subjects that they talk about on BK Chat, I have a load of them on my videos. I talk about all kind of stuff, relationships, situationships, you know, who should pay on the first date, girl. Check out my Real Spit playlist, which I will link below. And I want to thank you guys for all your support, everyone that's sharing my videos, watching my videos. Also, big up everyone that follows me on Instagram. I post clips of all my videos in short form on Shanette Carleo TV. That is my side chick Instagram, and my main Instagram is Shanette Carleo, so I have 2. Please go ahead and follow me on those also, because I add additional content that is not on YouTube. And you've done already, I'm going to be back next week reviewing BK Chat episode 6. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out. Mwah.